Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston here, and today I'm back for episode number 10 of my Cincinnati Reds MLB The Show 16 franchise here. So, scouring the trade block, I see Zach Wheeler's name popped up, and I knew that I was going to be looking for at least one more starter before the trade deadline, and Wheeler just made too much sense to me. Still young, still got lots of team control left, and still a pretty nice potential. It's only a B, but I believe it is in the upper 80s, so if he can progress into, a middle of the rotation kind of guy for us, maybe even a number 2 if he were to kind of fully peak, then I think we would be pretty satisfied. We end up giving them Everett Cabrera and another shortstop prospect. I noticed that the Mets were lacking a good shortstop this season, as Dribble Cabrera had not been producing for them. So I thought the trade made a sense for both sides, and then we also gave them Alfredo Rodriguez to perhaps be a long-term solution at shortstop for New York. Anyway, to replace Cabrera on the roster, we're going to call up Randy Sharp, and then we're going to send down Alan Webster as we add another arm to the team in Wheeler. And Webster is a guy that I think I'm going to try and use as a trade chip here as we move closer towards the deadline. His value is pretty high for some reason. I don't know if it's because his potential is still a B, but he's 27 years old. He's only a 75 overall, and he was doing okay for us in that 5th starter spot, but really nothing spectacular. I definitely knew I wanted to upgrade that before the deadline, and so Wheeler just made too much sense. And I know that I had been contemplating maybe going out and trying to trade for like a true number 1 or a number 2, but just with the state of our farm system right now, we don't really have the assets to go out and get a real top end of the rotation guy who can kind of be our ace for years to come. If that were to happen, it would probably have to be a veteran. And, just with the state of this team, I know we're playing pretty well this season, 44-30, but I'm still looking more towards the future than, trying to compete this year necessarily. So I thought Wheeler just made more sense. Hopefully he will grow into the role of, like I said, a number 2 or number 3 starter on this staff. But anyway, taking on the Miami Marlins in this game, and this is going to be ripped out towards center field. Hamilton moving back on it, and he is going to not be able to make the play. The ball bounces off of his head, and now the runner will be held at second. Hamilton gets it in quickly. Looks like maybe could have gotten a third there, but either way, Hamilton actually is going to be a little bit shaken up on the play, and you're going to see on the replay Hamilton takes this one right off of the face. That is not got to feel well, so he would be removed from the game. We would move Rajay Davis out to center, Solarte out to left, and bring Randy Sharp into the game. We had Davis in there against the lefty tonight in John Nee, so that is why he got the start. Anyway, that's a base knock for an RBI for Christian Yelich, and then next batter is Giancarlo Stanton, and he's going to take this one deep to left, back and gone. Upper deck shot. Giancarlo Stanton's 17th home run of the season, and just like that, the Marlins lead this one 4-0. So a little bit of bad luck there from Wheeler, and then just one bad pitcher. Really, I guess he left this one a little bit up. I did try to put the change up by Stanton there with 2 strikes, and that was definitely a mistake on my part. So really one mistake though for Wheeler. Other than that, he looked pretty good so far today. You can see he's working with a couple guys on here. It's Hechavarria here taking this one to right field, and this is going to be grabbed by Will Myers to end off the inning. So Wheeler working around a bit of a jam there. Did definitely allow some loud contact and allowed a couple guys to get on, probably more than he should have. But I thought he pitched pretty well in his debut here for the Cincinnati Reds. And then here at the dish, he actually takes this one the other way into the gap, or into the corner, I should say, in left field, and that would be good for a double. So Wheeler aboard now. It's Yangervis Solarte at the dish. He's going to ground this one in front of the plate. Tag applied by the catcher, and then Wheeler is going to be caught in a rundown here, and they would turn the double play. So I think if Solarte had not gotten tagged there, we could have gotten away with sending Wheeler there, but unfortunately, he did apply the tag, and because of that, that led to the double play. Now, skipping ahead here later in the game, it's going to be a base hit for Davis, putting 2 men on with 2 men down for Tucker Barnhart, who is just going to fly this one to right. So anyway, Barnhart getting the start today in favor of Mesoraco, because Mesoraco did get hurt during the most recent simulation. He is on the 15-day DL now. I believe he's going to be out for 1 to 2 months. So a bit of a big blow there, but he had not been playing very well for us. And you're going to see here Martin Prado goes Oppo Taco here on Wheeler. Another, I don't know. I didn't really think that one was that bad of a pitch. I guess Prado just got around on it and went the other way with a good piece of hitting on his part. But I guess Wheeler, might be prone to giving up some loud contact. He does throw very hard. And, the old saying, as the old saying goes, the harder it comes in, the harder it comes out. But anyway, so now right at catcher, we got Tucker Barnhart and Jordan Pacheco. I'm pretty much going to go with Barnhart full-time, work Pacheco in there once in a while, but I definitely prefer Barnhart's ratings to Pacheco's, and so we're going to be going with Barnhart. But I think catcher is a spot that more and more I'm going to be looking to upgrade in the long term. I just haven't really been thrilled with Mesoraco's play. When I personally use him, I'm not very good with him, and during the simulation, he's really not that good either. So I think that is a spot that I would like to upgrade as Myers goes long here. He goes yard, I should say, with the 2-run bomb. But anyway, just the thing about catchers, it's really difficult to find good catchers. There aren't a lot of good catchers in baseball as it is, and the kind of prospect pool for young catchers is not very good, probably even worse than the current crop. So it is just not a good pool right now, and it's going to be hard to find an upgrade over Mesoraco. I don't think I'm going to be making any moves this deadline, although I did notice Yasmani Grandal is on the trade block, and he would be a pretty nice upgrade, I think. He gets on base a lot, which is something I'm really looking for on this team. But anyway, Suarez waits on this breaking ball and is going to take an easy yard here. So John East was the starter for the Marlins today, and he actually was pretty effective early on, but didn't strike anybody out, and I thought I was getting some loud contact and kind of was just waiting for some of these balls to fall. And really more than that, they started leaving the yard, as you saw with Myers and Suarez there. But we did start getting some more base runner. Here is Davis on second base after a leadoff double, but he's going to be gunned out at third. I tried to go to third there with one out to try and set up a good RBI opportunity for Barnhart, who was due up next, but unfortunately Davis is picked off. So here we go now, heading in to the top half of the eighth. We're going to put Jumbo Diaz onto the mound now. And one more thing I want to talk about as we do inch closer towards the trade deadline. I'm not sure how many more episodes I'm going to be doing before the deadline, but if we were to upgrade one spot in our lineup, I think it's got to be that left field spot that we're currently platooning Rajay Davis and Dominic Brown in. I think it's fine for now. I don't think it's something we have to upgrade. We do have guys in the minor leagues, though, like Andres Gomez and Jesse Winker. But I think, rather than calling one of those guys up to potentially provide a spark for our production in left field, we might be better off trying to trade for some sort of veteran, maybe even just a better left-handed platoon guy than Dominic Brown, because I think Davis is fine against lefties, but I would like to get someone else in there against right-handed pitching, which of course is going to be the majority of, what we face, just by the law of averages or whatever. But anyway, here we go, and now into the top half of the ninth. It's Martin Prado looping this one to right, and it's dropped by Myers. He circles around to pick it up, throws to the cutoff man, but the runner from first is coming all the way around. The relay is off line. It looks like a good throw. Could have gotten Yelich there, but instead that insurance run makes it 6-3. So AJ Ramos now onto the game after surrendering a leadoff walk to Rajay Davis. He's going to walk Randy Sharp. So the first two men reach here for the Reds now. A good opportunity for Tucker Barnhart, and it is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play. That makes two men down now, and it is going to be Kevin Hill, the pinch hitter, the last opportunity for the Reds. He lines one to left, but Yelich will make the play, and that does it. So the Marlins come away with a 6-3 victory. And Zach Wheeler does take the loss in his debut, but like I said, I was kind of pleased with his start. I thought, he definitely made a couple mistakes, and he's definitely got to work on, not surrendering the long ball, which is something that, because of the type of pitcher that he is, because he throws hard and doesn't have a ton of movement on his fastball, I think he might be susceptible for the long ball. It might not be a fluke that he allowed 2 home runs in this game, and that could be worrisome, but overall, I like Wheeler's stuff. I think I'm going to be pretty effective with him using him in the user games, and, he was relatively good for the Mets early on this year. He had a 3.84 ERA, right around league average for the NL. I think he could definitely be better than that for us, but we will see. So anyway, that's going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Let me know what you thought of the Zach Wheeler trade, and as I'm out, peace.